Whatever. Thaddeus, now I don't even want to say this. Bill is right. The reason you apologize to Bill Clinton and not Hillary is because Bill Clinton can't yell at you.
Good point.
What's he going to say?
That's right. I mean,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Masa, I will say I don't buy the how did he have time to do all this thing. Nobody works 24 hours a day, and as Greg alluded to, the less time politicians are doing actual work, the less time they have to mess up the country. So really, the more they're getting screwed, the less we're getting screwed.
Well, I agree with that on the Wiener point, but he was having phone sex
Don't
allegedly in his office.
Don't say Wiener point.
He was having phone sex when he was in his office, so that's wrong.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he could have been in his office after hours with, Cinemax on or something.
That's true.
Not that I would ever do that, but I'm saying he might have.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. By the way, I think I'm about ready to be weaned off this story.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
What about the woman, this Broussard woman that came out? Don't you think she could have stopped it. She could have just stopped returning emails. Like everybody's a victim in this, right? Isn't there, on some level, isn't there?
I think everybody's complicit.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think no one's saying that the other women are victims. The only victim here is his wife.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like you care.
I know.
You don't think he did anything wrong. You're saying absolutely. You don't
Mr.
think he did anything wrong. So how do you think she's a victim, you hypocrite?
Unless it went to underage girls.
You are disgusting. God.
You don't know. I'll send you a picture and you'll see how disgusting I am.
I will see you in jail, sir. Gregalog, Chris Titus apologizes, sort of. Masa, I'm with you. This was a totally phony apology. There needs to be an apology school where people learn how to apologize.
I don't think
like Herman Cain. I like his apology.
Yeah, he was a little, too, but...
Genuine.
Paul, I do agree with you, Paul, that other people said this too. I don't care. I don't think he needed to apologize. He could have just said it was a joke, lighten up.
Yeah, he just should have said that.
Yeah, I would have been okay with that.
He should have one sentence and move on, and then he just should have finished it with a Greg Gutfeld go to hell line.
Right, but if you're gonna apologize, then apologize. Don't start qualifying it. Like just say, hey.
He's not a professional politician who knows how to deal with this kind of thing. He's not suave with the media like Anthony Weiner.
But all celebrities and people like Chris Titus should have to go to apology school. It should be, they should have to learn how to do that.
I do think, and this is going to sound hoity-toity, that comedians sort of have a pass in sort of being able to say whatever they want to say in our culture.
I for the most part, agree.
George Carlin and Lenny Bruce and all of that.
Yeah. No,
and if they start apologizing, then you get a lot of people smashing watermelons.
Good point.
Yeah, exactly. at least two people.
Yes. Yeah. That we know of. Could be three of them, by the way.
And just lastly, Greg, you said you were trying to think of a joke about Paul Revere and the Raiders. Just watch Leno 2 nights from now.
Okay. No, yeah, he'll do it and he'll stop in the middle of it like I did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I am done.
Go away. Coming up, what's it like to inner tube down Niagara Falls? Paul Mercurio's lips discuss their vacation plans. But first, is the Star-Spangled Banner an incitement of violence? We report. You tweet a picture of me shirtless. Thank you very much. He likes my jacket. Anyway, it's finally happened. The UN, which stands for Ugly Nobodies, now counts internet access as a basic human right. Yeah, like freedom, justice, and frequenting truck stops dressed as Captain Kangaroo. Don't knock it till you've tried it, people. Explains UN Secretary General Frank LaRue. Is that a porn name? Important online entities like, say, Anthony Weiner's genitals are, quote, an indispensable tool for realizing a range of human rights, combating inequality, and accelerating development in human progress. Facilitating access to the internet for all individuals with as little restriction to online content as possible should be a priority for all states. You know, he might have a point. See, if all the world had access to that, there would be no famine and war. Or war, for that matter. I really don't care. Thaddeus, what do you make of this? Is this a fair theory? Is it a human right?
Be careful anytime the UN establishes something as a human right, because next thing you know, they're going to be supporting a war to endorse it, to enforce it.
Yeah,
to enforce
that's true.
That right. When Obama gave his speech accepting the Nobel Peace Prize, he actually used that idea of international human rights as a pretext to invade anywhere he wanted to.
The only thing I'd say, though, is, I mean, I guess it's helped in so many ways in terms of getting people out there.
No question about it. But why do we need international government to protect it?
Well, and we also don't need the UN to tell us what to do.
Exactly. We're doing just fine without them. Thank you.
I mean, this is a little bit like, yeah, maybe it's been a good tool, but really, I mean, it's a human right to be able to see cats playing with balls of yarn for 8 and 9 minutes at a time on YouTube. I mean, that's not
absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, when you state it that way, actually, I'm beginning to sway in the opposite direction.
Now I'm on the side of the UN.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's actually a good thing. But you know what, Masa, when I think about it, like if it's a human right and everybody gets to see cats playing with yarn, that gives them dreams and hopes that they probably wouldn't have had if there was no internet.
That's a good point. My problem with the UN report was that it seemed to link Facebook and Twitter with WikiLeaks. And I think Facebook and Twitter are great. If the UN wants to try to protect it, I mean, fine, whatever. It helps people anonymously organize, brings about change. That's good. But I think WikiLeaks, obviously they illegally publish information that puts lives at risk. And I thought that the report was kind of equating them. So all information on the internet should not be protected. There's a difference.
That is a fair distinction. Bill, you actually have no rights because you aren't human. So how do you, this must be a hard topic to address.
It is a hard topic because it reminds me of Wienergate. If that has taught us anything, it's that the debate over whether or not the internet is a good or a bad thing rages on. Sure, it's good for us and the show. It's not so great for Anthony Weiner. And we all got stuff out there. We got stuff in Twitter. We got stuff in email. That's going nowhere. All of us have got a little Anthony Weiner in us.
Yes.
Now, I will say this. The flip side is, whenever I type in mask-friendly leather bars into Google, it has made the search 10 times easier than 20 years ago.
And especially, the reason why it should be a human right is like, let's say, Bill, you're in Estonia, and you need to find a mask-friendly leather bar.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
first of all, there are sites that will actually translate mask-friendly leather bar into Estonian.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And by the way, I didn't know there was such thing as Estonian.
Huh? Oh, absolutely.
They actually have a language there.
No, it's actually more of a practice than people. But I recommend ordering the Estonian if you're ever in a mask-friendly leather.
It's a lot of grunting and panting.
Yes.
By the way, there's some speculation that it may be it's not Anthony Weiner's child, but it actually is. The fetus just tweeted a sonogram of itself.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
I just broke that story.
Yes.
But wait, no, it just got untweeted. It must have been a prank.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to say my one take on this whole internet thing is most countries would rather be free of war and starvation and rape and everything else that the UN seems to turn a blind eye to.
But don't people know without the internet that where the countries are having problems? And I mean,
Not me. Not me at all,
How much of a
friend.
tool is it really? Seriously, I mean, I don't.
It's like a giant phone book.
Well, but
It really is. The web is the giant phone
like
book.
talking
About me?
Yes.
Yes, I am. Yeah. All right, I got to move on. Time for another break. And remember, you've got to check out the new Red Eye podcast. They are delightful.
Is it good?
Oh, it's fantastic, Paul. Let me tell you. There's a new one every day. We try to keep you away from it. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com. And what you do is you click on Red Eye. He's hurting me. We talked about more Wiener there, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Oh, the debate was raging.
Turgid.
Word for you, you jackass. Mass harm or false alarm? So Tuesday evening, news organizations like the New York Times, CNN, and Fox reported that a mass grave of at least 20 dismembered bodies had been discovered in rural Texas. But cops hadn't found any bodies. Turns out they were acting on a tip from a psychic. Yeah, a psychic. Bet you didn't see that coming. We must discuss this in our
lightning round. Lightning round.
That really pleases you.
I love it. It's my favorite opening of all year.
Yeah,
You should throw all your other openings out.
Okay, we'll keep that one for you. But I'm going to talk to Thaddeus instead of you. Is this hoax, which it was, going to hurt the psychic community's credibility?
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're often accused of being a bi-coastal media elite. By certain people, people like Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to say right now that a rural Texas sheriff actually used a psychic to solve a crime. So I'm not going to say that.
This is not The Mentalist.
I'm not going to say that.
I'm sorry. It's like they're watching too much TV, Paul. What did you make of this story? Is that the way I should have phrased the question for you?
You're such a jerk on so many levels. I can't believe somebody married you. Your mother still
Take his
talks to
keys.
you.
Get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go. Okay, just I will divine the answer from this envelope. Karnak, please, need silence. A hat, a pillow, and an ass.
What's that?
Name 3 places the sheriff's department keep their heads.
Nicely done. You know what, Masa, why? I got no insult to women, but why do only women fall for this crap? And sheriffs in Texas. Excuse me. Only women read horoscopes. Only women believe in psychics.
What?
I'm a misogynist?
That's the most misogynist thing I've heard all night.
Really?
Thank you.
No,
I think studies will bear out everything I just said, even though I made it up.
Good.
I think when I was young, I would definitely read horoscopes and the books and go with my girlfriends to Barnes & Noble. I don't know why.
Yeah. No, I three other sisters.
Yeah.
They were into dream interpretation.
Yes.
They played
My
with
mom is.
the Ouija board.
Yep.
They were into everything, and then they'd always drag their boyfriends to a psychic.
I think it's because
you
women
want
hope
him-
that they can be men. They're hopeful to not be women.
Oh, now that's
What are you
misogynistic.
talking about, Paul?
That's misogynistic.
You are so accurate.
I was with you
on me?
until now. I was with you till now. I'm sorry. I gotta leave. I
No,
gotta
the
go.
thing is, I think
away
women
from
women fall for those things where psychics will say something like, you know what, the body's near you'll find the clue near a body of water, and women not women, but anybody for that matter will go, that cannot go wrong. Like if somebody says something's near a body of water, everything's near a body of water. That's why psychics always say it's near a body of
The
water.
earth is 2/3 water. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So they're going, and so they find. Let's say they find a body, in an apartment complex. There is a swimming pool there.
Craig.
What?
Have you ever considered that maybe you're psychic?
Yeah.
My favorite board game is Clue, and look what I'm near. Whoa! Next time, zoom in when I do that.
I went to
Amateur hour.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I went to a psychic for a story, and they told me to beware of cement.
Seriously?
And I got to drive home on the freeway, and I'm going like, you just said beware of life. Like that's what they did. They're saying beware of cement everywhere, you weirdo. But
last night,
yeah.
I knew you were going to do this story.
Oh really? Yeah. Somehow I knew you were going to recycle that stale joke.
Oh, wow. You are such a wiener penis.
All right. We're going to close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. To see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. Coming up tomorrow on the next Red 8, this is a great lineup. Comedian Sherrod Small, columnist and best-selling author Ann Coulter, and, of course, the legendary King Buzzo from the Melvins. Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks. Hey, Thaddeus, tell us about your new book.
It's called The Renegade History of the United States. It tells you that there it is, and it tells you that people like drunks and laggards and prostitutes and criminals actually created American freedom. How about that?
I'm reading it this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah, good for them, I say.
Me too.
Job well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I meant
Thank
them.
them.
Not
Yeah,
you.
sorry.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
It means America would be a better place if actually sober people were in charge.
Nah, I don't think so. No.
That was just a joke.
Yeah. Moss, are you going to be on Fox Business later this morning?
That's right. I'm going to be on in 8 hours, and we're going to be talking about wills and trust and how it's important for everyone to have a will, even if you're not old or rich. So tune in.
Okay.
That was a threat.
Yeah,
Tune in, Andy.
I will. Paul, where are you going to be performing?
I'm actually, a couple of things. I'm going to be a keynote speaker at Now's annual conference. Ladies, don't wear your bras. And I'm also going to be at Helium Comedy Club, June 15th to the 18th.
Helium?
Helium.
Yeah. Because when you inhale it, it makes your voice funny?
I don't know. It makes you happy and
that's
floaty.
good.
I don't know.
Helium makes you happy.
I don't know.
Is that right?
I'm exhausted.
You really are, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a tired guy.
I hate both of you.
Yeah, are you going to be playing at Captain Bananas at any time soon?
I was just at
Or Sergeant Ha-Ha's? Or Colonel Cuckoo Face? Or
yes.
Say-
Banana Cantaloupe Fun? I don't know.